Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to Tarot Tuesday, a weekly series in which I give you a free one card tarot reading. All you have to do is join us in chat and say, hey, put me in queue, and I'll put you in queue. This week has been a crazy week for me and for a lot of other people. So I'm interested to see how everybody is doing and what's going on. Um, Tomorrow is the winter solstice. So happy Yule, Merry Yule if you're celebrating Yule. Merry Yule. Tomorrow is the winter solstice. And tomorrow I am going to go live from my fire. So tomorrow at 7 p.m., I hope to see you guys there. And I would like for you to prepare a wish for yourself. Because tomorrow I'm going to ask you for your wish and I'm going to write it down. And my tradition for Yule and for the winter solstice is to manifest the things that I want to manifest for the coming year. And whether that is for somebody else or whether that is for me, I will write it down on a piece of paper and then I'll set it in the fire so that the wind can take it to where it needs to go to make things come to me. So I hope to see you guys tomorrow. I see a bunch of people in chat. Hey, Laura, how are you? Lori, oh my goodness. Oh, no, you're sick. Okay, it's not COVID though. Okay, good. Oh, Dan has it? Oh no. Is he doing okay? I know you guys are also vaccinated, so hopefully that's helping. Okay, no fever or anything. Good, good. Hey Ace, what's up? What's up? Amanda, how are you? Francesca, hello. You are new here. Welcome. Welcome. If you are wanting to get your tarot read, just let me know and I'll put you in queue. Losfer, we missed you last week. I hope you are well. Joyous Yule to you as well. Oh my goodness. Everybody's here. I'm so happy. Ace, no, you're sick. No, no, no. I had other people asking for you, Loss. Like there were people asking for you. So I was like, what? So we missed you. I'm going to share with you a new deck. My husband, of course, like when he wants to gift me things, he typically gifts me witchy things. And he got me a new tarot deck. Now this deck is different. All right. And I'm gonna share this with you guys, and it's going to be us learning about this together. So the deck is a little different, and I know there is a specific word for it, and right now my brain's like, I'm not telling you that word. But this deck doesn't have a different picture for every single suit. So each suit will have its own picture, just like a deck of cards would. It has its own picture, so it's not like the Rider-Waite deck. So let me explain. The wands. So if I go, do I want the wands? Let's do pentacles. All right. So if I'm pulling pentacles, the two of pentacles in the Rider-Waite deck, you're going to have a different picture than the three of pentacles in a Rider-Waite deck. In this deck, and by the way, the name of the deck is called the Skull deck by Dark Forest. It has the same exact picture, except for there are three pentacles and there are two pentacles. It's beautiful artwork. I absolutely love this artwork, and it's one of the reasons why my husband got it for me. Like the Fool. Beautiful, beautiful cards. I have never read from a deck that doesn't give me a visual. So this is going to force me. It's going to force me to make sure I understand the meaning of the card as it is, as it's just presented to me. So this is going to be fun. Now, I do have one small gripe about these tarot cards. Most decks, like I have a really small travel deck. This right here is my companion for the travel deck. And even though it's small, it gives you a pretty good understanding of that card. This particular deck, the Skull deck, the companion guide looks like this. So it's a cool companion, but it gives you like the upright meaning of the Ace of Cups is success, fulfillment, spirituality. So you get like three descriptions of that card. And then you get like three descriptions for the reversed. That's pretty much it. So it's a very limited description for that card. Then again, it's going to force me to understand the card a little bit better. So take it with what you want, all right? But yeah, they're pretty cool. They're really beautiful. Now, because I don't know the absolute card meanings, because I'm always dependent on the image itself, I do have my tarot book in front of me, so that way I can refer to this if I get stuck. So this is going to be fun. We are learning together. I do have my regular oracle in front of me, but I can't rely on images this time around. So I have to rely on your words. Are we all good with that? Or you guys are like, nah, save the experimenting for later? What would you like? You love it? All right. Very cool. All right, do it. Do it. I will. All right, let's get everybody who wants to be read. I know. Hey, Sam, what's up? Yes, I will absolutely add you the queue. Laura, you are there first, and then Lori, and then Ace and Amanda. So, Laura, Lori, Ace, Amanda, Francesca, would you like to be added? I just have you like, hi, you're new here. I wasn't sure if you're wanting one. Lost for words. Lost for words, you'd like a reading as well. All right. So Zach wants one too. Cool. I will get both of you. Make sure. Lydia! I've got Lydia on here. Francesca. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? And then Sam and Zach. Rochelle, what's up? Oh my goodness, you made it to one of my tarot. Look at you. Jennifer, you would like one as well. All right. Rochelle, would you like me to pull a card for you? I'm so excited to be here. Oh my goodness. Yay, not first today. Oh, and nice touch putting me and Francesca together. That's my middle name. No way. It's one of my favorite names, by the way, Francesca. All right. And Rochelle, that's a yes. All right. I will. Okay. Now I have cleaned the cards. I have charged the cards. We will see if the cards will allow me to read them. Oh, how did the modeling thing go? It didn't. It didn't. I went last week and called her, and because of scheduling issues on her side, we have to postpone it again. And so it is postponed until the beginning of January. And then at the beginning of January, we're going to do a big thing and have me model for this like big sale that they're doing. So that's okay. That's okay. I was proud of myself for just following up and making sure and calling. Will eventually get me in front of the camera to actually model and force me to heal, right? That's right, Laura. The longer I get used to the idea. All right. Laura, you are first. Laura, okay, so it's gonna sound weird. This is gonna sound really weird. But when I'm connecting to your energy, I feel your feet. Like I don't know, like my senses were drawn down to my feet for some reason. Let's see. All right. You got the 3 of Cups in shadow. They're warm. They're not cold. They're warm. Like you've got like too many socks on. That's what it feels like. Like you've got like 2 or 3 layers of socks on. Does that make sense? Watch it be like the dumbest thing in the world. Your feet don't even have socks on them. All right. Where am I? We are at the 3 of Cups in shadow. Now, again, I'm relying on the tarot book because of the fact that the normal 3 of Cups would have an image, and that's what I do a lot of the reading off of. I do not have that image right now. So you have one pair on. All right. So the 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups in shadow. Sorry. So your words that are popping up, burning the candle at both ends. Are you doing 2 things? Like you're trying to, this is what comes up. I see there is a responsibility thing, and then there is an ambitious thing. There's like a goal thing, right? And what feels like is that you're going after the goal thing and you still have the responsibilities, and it's getting heavy. It's getting very heavy. And there's an uncertainty on whether or not you can continue working like this. I see a lot of blue. I'm not sure what that means. I just see a lot of the color blue. And it feels like you're giving up. Like you are at that, I can't keep running the way I am. And so you're giving up. I see like you walking out a door. What are you giving up on though? Because that's the biggest message that's also coming through, is that be clear on what you're giving up. Yes, you do need to take some things and readjust this balance, right? But what are you giving up? And is it something that when you walk away, you're not going to completely want to look over your shoulder every 5 minutes, right? Is it something that it's okay to walk away from? There's also this big loud message in the back of, you call it your boundaries, and that's a good thing that you have boundaries, right? But your boundaries are squishy. They're not real boundaries. You kind of let people lean on them and push in, and they don't completely break through, but they're leaning enough to make you uncomfortable. That is adding to this imbalance. That's adding to why you feel the way you do. Okay. Okay, the person you work with, the boundary. They're leaning, pushing. Stop. Stop. Let them know. You know, you don't want to be mean or anything like that, but you're like, "Hey, I just want to do this." If you don't feel like talking, like, "Hey, I just got a lot on my mind that I need to process in quiet." You know, that kind of thing. But that's it. Make sure what you're walking away from is what you want to walk away from, and don't let your boundaries be squishy. That's it. Okay, so the cards are good. Cards are good. You're welcome, Laura. Next one, Lori. Lori, I hate that you feel so sick. Oh my gosh. You have had a rough year. Like just year, solid. Yeah, that's the other day when I said I felt it in your chest. I wonder if it's the congestion because I feel it again. I feel the heaviness right here. Last week I was like, there's something here. Yeah, I don't know if it's the congestion. And my right eye wants to get really super watery. Really super watery. Your mind is full, Lori. It's full. Like there's so many thoughts right now. You have the Six of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. Resisting help. I didn't have to read through the rest of it. Resisting help. You are trying to do too much all on your own because you don't want to burden people. You don't want people to worry about you. That's a big one that I hear. Worry about you. You don't want people to worry. So you're not asking for help when you need help, and you're depleting your resources. You're depleting everything. Ah, so that's why my right eye is watering, is the headache and the temple. Okay. That's why also your head feels so full. Lori, you definitely need to reach out to family, whoever's near you. You need to reach out and say, I need help. And even if it is just in the help of, can you help me talk through this? I've got all these things in my head. Can you just help me talk them out loud? Because for whatever reason, I feel like some of these things need to be said out loud, and you need to bounce them off of others so that way you can process them and get them to where they need to be. Because right now you're bottling everything inside, and that's not helping things move. You're just keeping them. So, all right. Lost 4, I love you. Thank you. Oh, so yeah, Lori, definitely ask. Just have somebody over for coffee or something when you feel better. Right now, just rest. All right, my lovely. You give so much to so many people, and you are a light in so many people's lives. Take a moment and rest. Okay. And Lost for Words, thank you very much. Lost for said, please like and share this video. Smash the like button. I think that's what it was, right? Yeah. I'm so old. I don't know the lingo. It's awful. Hey Maria, what's up? I was listening to a podcast. I listen to a lot of like real estate podcasts because I'm in real estate, right? So I was listening to a real estate podcast, and the host is my age, and he's talking about YouTube, and he's like, what do the kids say? Smash that button. I was done. I was done. Oh, Maria. I will put you down, Maria. All right. Ace, I'm sorry you're sick too, kiddo. That sucks. By the way, if you are 25 or younger, I'm going to say 30 or younger, I'm going to refer to you as a kiddo. So I'm old, all right? All right. Ace, let's get you a card. What are you drawing right now? Like, I see a person, but it feels like that's a person of, like, it's fan art. That's what it feels like. It feels like there's fan art. Nine of Wands. You're focusing on your D&D art. Okay. That's what, like, connecting to your energy, it's a person, like, you're drawing, like, this person, right? Um, I don't know. They've got a very unique look in my head, but I can't explain it. Like, it's and it makes sense because it's a D&D. So D&D would you would incorporate whatever you want into your character, right? Hmm. Hmm. All right. You got the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands. So let's go over and find your words for the 9 of Wands. I'm waiting for Major Arcana because when we get a Major Arcana out of this deck, then I can rely on my images. All right? All right. Let's go to the 9 of Wands. You know what would help maybe if I actually like divided this up and put little sticky tabs on what's what. Too busy for that. All right, the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is a card of perseverance and staying power. It reminds us of how much strength we have in reserve, regardless of whether we feel tested or have suffered a disappointment. That disappointment stuck. That's what was bolded in there. There's questions in this guidebook that I use, right? There's questions here. And I keep hearing over and over again, there's a question you need to answer for yourself. All right. Here's your question. How might you determine when a cause is no longer worth fighting for? So I'm putting the word disappointment together with this. And I feel like whatever's disappointed you, you are asking that question. How much more do I have to give for this, right? How much more can I fight to keep this? And that is truly the question you get to answer. There's nobody that's going to give you that answer. There's nothing that the cards will ever tell you, because this is a moment where you get to choose for a lesson. You are being taught something in this moment. You're being shown something in this moment. So choose wisely. That'll depend on what kind of lesson you're about to get. Ace, I have a very, very uncomfortable feeling that you are about to find out. That this isn't an immediate, like, this hasn't already happened. This is a thing that within the next 2 weeks, you're going to reach a disappointment. Choose what you do next very wisely. Okay? Okay. Oh, the Muppets Christmas Carol. I love that, Lori. I'm sending you healing vibes. And when I get off of here, if you'd like, I will light a candle for you, okay? All right, Ace. You know what to do. Now you get to analyze everything that comes around. You're like, this made me kind of sad. Is this it? Am I supposed to, wait a minute. The sadness came from whether or not I had a Reese's cup or Skittles. Oh my goodness, what is this lesson between candies? Oh. I'm good. Hey, Beth, how are you? No problem. It's okay. I'll put you on. As long as you guys get here before like 7:45, I'll be able to add you to the list, but if you're after 7:45, I just won't have time. All right, Amanda. Amanda, it is your turn. Amanda, why do I feel like you're trying to decide whether or not you're going to color your hair again? Like there's a wild, crazy color palette that I see. Like you're wanting. What color, Amanda? What color? Ooh. What happened today? Oh, you've got like um I don't want to call it anger, but it definitely feels like frustration, man. It just feels like whew. Oh, so you don't want you took the color out of your hair, so now you're like, I want the color back. All right. You got the King of Swords. By the way, this is what the King of Swords looks like. I think these are pretty cool cards. They're really cool. All right. King of Swords. So I'm gonna be 100% when I pulled your card, it's in reverse. But if you read tarot, you know you don't have to read it in reverse. And in the moment that I saw it come out in reverse, I went ahead and put it upright. So I'm going to read you the forward facing meaning and not the reverse meaning, because the reverse meaning, though, I think has a little bit of truth in there, but it's not your truth. Like it's something that you've seen. We'll get to that in a minute. All right. Um, the King of Swords is a master of the mind. His perception is razor sharp, and he has a clear idea of what is right and wrong. Creature of communication, this man is comfortable giving fair judgments and making rational decisions. Okay, this one's crazy. Let me piece this all together for you, Amanda. I want to say this is a work-related thing because it feels very business-like. All right, it feels very business-like. Basically, in reverse, we're talking about cruel and being, exploiting others, right? So what I'm wanting to go with this card is that you saw that. You saw somebody being cruel. You saw somebody being manipulated, right? And so now it's this idea of, do I say something? Do I tell what I saw? And there's a lot of fear behind that because I just started, yada yada yada, right? So a just king knows who to communicate with, right? A just king also knows who to communicate and how to communicate to them. Who do you trust that would be able to intercept and take care of the issue? Okay. I'm trying to be cryptic because I also feel like there's watchers for you. I don't know what it is, but I do feel like there's others trying to find out more about you. Not saying that they're going to be watching this, but I just want to be very cryptic at what is being said. You saw something. You're trying to figure out whether to say something. Find who you trust to say something to. And that's it. Okay. Okay. You know what I'm talking about? Hope so. Okay. All right. You know what to do. It's like, all right, we're all gonna be quiet over here. Everybody play it cool. Oh my goodness. All right. Lost for words. It is your turn. I connect with your energy lost for, and I hope this makes any type of sense for you whatsoever. But I see Zoo Planet. Like, I see animals. I see like these Zoo Planet magazines that were a thing when I was a kid. And I know that you're younger than me. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with connecting to your energy and just seeing like Animal Planet. Like that's just all these animals are coming in. And it's not like you're surrounded by animals, it's like you've been watching these things. Okay, you're the same age as me? Oh, okay. You're a little bit older than me. No big deal. Alright, so you do understand. Like, I see Zoo Planet, man. I don't know why. Okay, you have been watching, like, Animal Planet and stuff, alright, because I was like, this your head is just, like, filled with all these animal facts. Okay, alright, then that's accurate, that's why I see Zoo Planet. You are your own Zoo Planet. I've got really like I'm trying to find your card and I got really nervous. And you know that nervousness where you get like the butterfly in your stomach kind of nervous? Like that's what I got. And like my arms feel a little bit numb. You got the Page of Swords and you got it in shadow. And this one is meant for you in shadow. You got a couple of words that are popping up. And I don't feel these are a mirror of you. I feel like these are things that are happening around you. Okay. So, um, yours is, like I said, the Page of Swords, but it was in shadow. Your words that have bolded out are spying, two faced, and challenging news, right? Putting those words together in my head, the challenging news is what keeps coming to the forefront. Like you have received some information that's a little bit too much. Like it's hard to take in. Um it's not like detrimental to everything, but it's just kind of like I don't really? Really? Um but take it with a grain of salt. The news that you got, take it with a grain of salt because the one that's giving you this news, they are gossipy and two-faced, right? They are the ones that always go around and tell everybody else's business. Take it with a grain of salt. They are spreading words around to others that they didn't hear or get at firsthand. So let them talk, let them be who they are. This is just them, right? Horrible. They're going around telling everybody's news, right? But take it with a grain of salt. The news that you got, take it with a grain of salt. They're just wanting drama. They're just wanting drama. Okay? And I take it from... Okay. I hit the nail on the head. All right. So you guys definitely, Lost Forwards, you know what this is. Take it with a grain of salt then. Don't take it at face value. Grain of salt. All right. And good luck with that. You can do that. You can. You absolutely can. All right? It's just they have a knack at making you, like, they'll find the one thing that hurts the most in you, and they'll pick at that thing, and then it makes you feel like you're the one that's being mean to them, Yeah, whatever. Oh, bye, Ace. Get some rest. Feel better, okay? All right. Good. Good, Lost Forwards. I know. Lydia, you did it. All right, Lydia. Let's see. Now, Lydia, it feels like there's another person with you tonight. Like, it's not just the animals. It's not just the cat. Like, you have... Is that your mom in the room with you? Who's in the room with you? It's you, Sam. Okay. I was like, there's somebody like family. Like, okay. All right. That makes sense. Cause I was like, Lydia is not by herself tonight. Like, it's not just the cat. All the fam is there. Good. All right, Lydia. Lydia, why does your place of work come up in my head? That's one of the first things that I'm seeing while I'm trying to find your card. So is this going to have to do with that? Where she works? Hold on. You had two cards that wanted to come out at the same time. You got the Four of Wands. You also got the Ten of Cups. All right. Four of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Let's see what words pop out for you. So for your Ten of Cups, for many, it represents a happy and emotionally fulfilling conclusion to all kinds of situations. The Ten of Cups is often linked to family, and for this reason signifies contentment and the luxury of heartfelt connection. Ten of Cups, always what gets me with Ten of Cups is my cup runneth over. That's what I think of when I think of Ten of Cups. I know that sounds weird, but that's what I think of with Ten of Cups. So you have heartfelt connection. That's the bolded word, is this heartfelt connection. And then for the Four of Wands, it can be a difficult card to expand on because its meaning is so bright. But it is worth remembering that it is kindly nature might not be long lasting. As a situation, it can mark a promotion. That's what stuck out. Have you gotten promoted, or are you about to be promoted? And are you feeling some type of guilt over this promotion? Because that's what I'm getting with the Ten of Cups, Is that there's a connection there and you feel like somebody deserves it more than you? And so you're kind of you don't know how to feel and you kind of want to turn this down? Stop. You deserve this. You are enough. You are doing amazing. All right? Take that. Take that in. You are okay and you can. See? That right there. My coworkers probably will. That right there. That's what this is about. You think that they are more deserving than you are. You are deserving of that promotion, all right? You work hard, right? You do a good job. You are great with people. You deserve a promotion. So don't sit there and sit back and let everybody like move in front of you. Make the move so you can get in front. That's this, man. You gotta stop sitting back in the background and letting everybody get in front of you. Start making the moves and get promoted because you are finding that you like this. All right. So do it. Laura, I'm sorry. I hope it's not mine. I hope that I'm not stuttering. That's right, Beth. Tell her. Tell her. You're never going to get anywhere in life if you don't go. I know it sounds really crazy and I'm still learning this myself, right? But if you think about everybody that you look at as successful, right? Everybody that you look at as successful. Why are they successful? They work hard. Okay. They know their stuff. Okay. They're also good at self-promoting them. They can promote themselves and the knowledge that they have and the skills that they have. They can promote themselves so that way they get promoted, right? So sell yourself. You're doing good. All right. All right. Next is Francesca. Francesca is our newbie. One of our newbies tonight. We got 2 newbies tonight. All right. Francesca's like, me, finally. No, I don't know why, but that's exactly what I felt like. You were like, yay, it's my turn. All right. So there's a bit of pressure in my head right here when I connect to your energy. So a bit of pressure. And I see like fluffy blankets, like thick comforters. You're not under them. It's not. You just see comfy. Okay, you got blankets all around you. All right. The Ace of Pentacles, but that came out in reverse. And your message just immediately came out. I'm going to read the words, but I'm also this has to do with finance. Finance, success, business, like all those things that we consider material things. That's what this has to do with. It's like a material question. Yeah. Francesca, it's gonna sound weird. You're new, so you're gonna be like, what's going on? Do you have like 2 guardians? Not talking about in the physical life, not in the living life, but like you have 2 guardians from like, I don't want to freak you out. You know this. You know that you feel them, right? But you don't acknowledge them. Okay. Just as long as we know, I know, and that they wanted. Yeah. Okay. We're going to go with your reading. We're going to go with your reading. Wasted opportunity, lack of financial or business vision. I don't know where I'm going. I'm always broke. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Okay, you understand that. Okay, good, Francesca. Your card has to do with you just not having a direction. In where am I going to go in life? What am I doing with myself? You don't even know what you want. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're just very lost in everything. Like you kind of know who you are, right? But you don't know what you want. You don't know where to go to get it, to find it. You just feel lost. And that lost feeling is putting you in a very just space. Just a not a good headspace, right? So it's a constant question. What do I do? What do I do? Right? And then you got other people, and it comes up a lot during this time of year, right? A lot of people ask you, like, oh, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And you have no, I don't know. And so then it makes you feel even worse about yourself, right? Because I don't know. It's okay. You don't need to know what you're going to do, right? What you do need to know, though, is what you like, right? And how do you find that? You just go do a bunch of stuff. Just go do a bunch of stuff. You don't need to know where, like, next week, what am I doing next week? No, no, right? In order to be successful and in order to find your path, you have to know what you like. And in order to find what you like, you got to go experience a bunch of things. And sometimes those things you're not going to like. And you can go, I didn't like that. So now you know, I don't want to go do that, right? You also find the things that you want to do over and over and over again. And that develops a passion. And then that passion is when the ignition for what I want to do for the rest of my life happens. Okay? So, what I want you to do is do everything. Do all the things. Do not pass them up. All right? If somebody offers you a chance of doing something, go do it. All right? Go do it. Even if you think I'm going to hate this, you might not. You might not like it. You might love it and you might go, I want to do that for the rest of my life, right? But you got to get up. You got to go do the things. All right? All right. I hope that makes sense to you, Francesca. You're going to be a teacher. Woo! I was a teacher. I was a teacher. And I was born to be a teacher. Okay. I was absolutely born to be a teacher. I know this for 100%, right? Unfortunately, in today's public education, those of us whose passion is teaching, they're going to just completely kill that in you. The things that you know to do right for the kids, they're not going to let you do. They're going to say, here, teach this book, this thing, and make sure that they bubble in the right answer for the test. They're not actually going to let you teach kids. So good luck. I'm kind of jaded on that one and bitter. It's okay. If that's what you want to do with the rest of your life, ignore my bitter and jaded words, all right? And you go live your best teacher life, all right? And if you need any questions or answers about teaching or anything, hey, and I promise I won't give you the jaded answers. You're from West Virginia. Oh my God, my papa's people were from West Virginia. No, I know. I love kids too. I absolutely adore them. Absolutely adore them. My kids were my babies. All right. So I get it. I wish you luck. And I hope it's much better than the experience that I had. Okay, Francesca. Good. Good. I hope you do come back. All right. Sam. It is your turn, Sam. What are you putting in your face, Sam? What are you eating? You guys said you were in the kitchen. What you eating? Did Lydia make banana nut bread? And Lydia, I want some banana nut bread, please. All right. By the way, Lydia makes the best banana nut bread. Just saying. Why? Amanda, why are you saying that? You opened up Sour Patch Kids. You know how I feel about those. Too sour. All right, Sam. What? Okay, why do I also feel like you're riled up about something? Like something has made you mad. Uh-oh, Amanda. He left his bacon at home? No good. I feel like you're riled up. All right, Sam. I also picked the justice card. But it's in shadow. It's in shadow. So putting all this together, something's unfair. Something shouldn't happen. Now this I'm going to say this right now. This seems like something that everybody else cannot understand why you're so mad. Nobody can understand why you're so mad. Zach understands. Never mind. Zach, you understand. Okay, Lydia, you do too. All right. But you are mad because something is unfair. Are you justified in being mad? Are you justified in being mad? Yes. Yes. Now, also realize that you are mad because not just the situation. It's not just the situation. Your anger is being triggered by other situations that this one had nothing to do with. Okay? So you're upset about something, but the whole like round of the upset isn't just coming from this. All right? Last word, you're leaving. All right. Thank you very much. And you have a joyous Yule as well. Have a merry solstice. Tomorrow, I'm a reminder of everybody, tomorrow I'll be going live from the fire and burning wishes for everybody. So just let me know. Sam, though, you have a valid reason to be angry. However, make sure that when you are getting angry, that it is about the thing and not all the other things that this thing reminds you of. Okay? You can't be angry. Well, you can be angry. You can't be angry over all the other things, but don't let it into others, right? That's the stuff that we have to heal from, because as long as we don't heal from it, then these situations that are not that big to everybody else becomes a big thing. So make sure that you're angry for that, not for everything that's happened past. All right. Zach, it is your turn, sir. Fells, did you just take a sip of something? Because I am. All right. Zach, it feels like you're in care mode. Like you're trying to be support. And if Sam's mad, then that makes sense, but it seems more like your energy feels very much out of you, and none of it is turned into you. So, like, you are ignoring your own needs. All right. Oh no, Amanda, I am not drinking tonight. This is actually just Sprite and maraschino cherries, just because I wanted cherry Sprite. So that's what it is. I'm not actually drinking. No, I'd wake up with a bad headache. So, Zach, your energy is very, very much outside of you, and you are concentrating on everybody else but yourself. And that's okay to a point. Make sure you're turning in and you're looking in and making sure that Zach's needs are met as well. Because if Zach's needs are not met, then you are not going to help anybody else. You will crash. Okay. 3 of Cups in shadow. Cups are emotions. Cups are how we are checking in with the world. And with it in shadow tells me, yeah, it's not good. Like it's not great right now. What you're feeling isn't 100%. You've got a lot of concerns. You've got a lot of heaviness. That's why all your energy is outside of you. You are also burning the candle at both ends, but you are being isolated from a group. So, what is that word, isolated from the group? Why am I seeing that as bolded? You are so much outside of yourself, Zach, that you're making sure that everybody is taken care of, right? The things that you need to say, though, you're bottling in. You're keeping inside of you. And that's why I said there's no energy facing you. You're bottling all of your energy. You're making sure that it's not an unnecessary burden. But like I said before, you are going to burn yourself out, burning the candle at both ends. You are going to not sustain yourself, so then nobody has you. You can't support anybody if you have been completely depleted, right? And that's very easier said than done. I know. I know it's easier said than done. But you have to take some time for yourself, you know, make sure you eat, right? That's the very simplest thing. Make sure you eat. Make sure that you've taken a moment to play a stupid game so that way your mind has a bit of time to kind of decompress, right? Um, you don't always have to take it on. Decompress, take some time for yourself because you are rapidly depleting yourself. All right? Rapidly depleting yourself, Zach. All right, Jennifer, it is your turn. And it's a Shirley Temple. I don't know what a Shirley Temple even is. This is Sprite Zero and maraschino cherry. So basically, I put the sugar back into the Sprite with the maraschino cherries. All right. Jennifer. So I see like white with red hearts. White with red hearts. And man, I see just like, how do I explain it? Like when you've gone to a Christmas party, a family Christmas party, right? You go to a family Christmas party and you first walk in and everybody kind of hugs you and there's little kids running up to you and all that. That's kind of what I see in your head. It's just kind of like this crazy chaotic scene. Good, Beth. Very good. That is not your card. That is your card. You got the Ten of Wands. Right? The first card I pulled was the Four of Pentacles, and that is not your card. That is not energetically the one you need. The Ten of Wands, that one energetically feels connected to you. So it came in reverse, and your words for that is avoiding responsibility, walking away from problematic situations. So putting those together for you. There, you are not the one avoiding responsibility, right? However, somebody else is, and it's become a problematic situation, and you are trying to decide whether or not it's time to walk away. I will never, ever, ever, ever give a reading in which I tell somebody, yeah, you got to leave that person. That's not who I am, because I don't make those choices for people, right? But I do know that when the cards bring it up, then it is a serious enough matter to look at and go, what do I really need to do? Energetically, this doesn't feel like your card. The Four of Pentacles does not feel like your card. However, finances do feel like they're attached to the situation. There is a lot of unanswered questions and a lot of things that have to be put into place. But due to the lack of responsibility of an individual, it is a problematic situation, and you have to decide whether or not you are going to simply walk away from it, or are you going to continuously try? And that's what it feels like. Continuously try. You're so tired. Yeah. Yeah. So put your ducks in a row. And I think you've already made up your mind. You're just terrified to take that step, right? You're terrified to say, this is what I've decided to do, because either way, like it's not a good feeling. Like there are people that you've talked to and they just want you to walk away. And if you stay, then it's like, then why talk to me, right? But then if you don't stay, then it is this very like scary place with a bunch of unknowns, right? So there's no really good feeling either way. That's why you have to decide what is your best, right? What is your best? And like I said, the only answer I can give you is when the cards bring it up, then you know it's a situation that has to be addressed in life. Okay? So address it one way or the other. You've been bouncing around long enough. And again, I think you know what you want to do. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Rochelle. Rochelle, are you still here? Yeah. Yes, Jennifer, I knew. I knew. All right. Rochelle. Okay, so Rochelle, I don't know why, but you aren't alone either. But that's to be given, right? Like your mom. So it's to be given. But you've got It's like you're sharing something. I don't know. It's like you're sharing. Okay. All right. Then that makes sense. Okay. All right. Let's see. But see, in there are questions, right? Because that's life. Life is just one big question. So there's questions in your energy, but honestly, there is a contentment, right? So there are always questions, like I said, but there is this definite contentment that I feel, and it might be the moment that you're in, because those are cool moments, right? So it might be the moment that you're in, I'm feeling, but I feel a contentment. And you've got the Five of Wands. Now, wands are enlightenment. Wands are things that we need to see, right? Things that we need to understand. And you have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is a card of challenge and instability, often considered a card of struggle. It depicts those times when we face obstacles and strife. Obstacles and strife are what stick out in my head, right? Obstacles and strife stick out in my head. But this is like a dual thing. There's obstacles and strife in like two different areas of your life. And they require two complete trains of thought. Like two totally different trains of thought, right? Two totally different trains of thought. You're being drained because it's a constant chess game. It's a constant chess game, right? The other thing is teamwork. There's a lot of times where you're taking things on too much. You aren't delegating to those that are in your support group the things that you need to delegate to them. Um, and that might be because of a little bit of a trust issue, but you're not delegating where you need to delegate. And so this two different trains of thought that are kind of draining you. Um, it can be alleviated if you would just hand over a little bit more. And you've gotten better. You've gotten better. Like I hear in in your energy, like I used to not hand anything, and now I'm doing that. I'm handing off things, but you haven't handed off enough. You haven't handed off enough. And it's not just like business wise, and it's not just family wise. It's like both. There are things that are draining you out life that if you handed that responsibility to somebody else and trusted them to do that, now they're not going to do it the way you would. That's not going to happen. They're them, you're you, right? But they'll get the job done. So hand it off to them. That way you get the times like this where you're content laying there watching Elf more often. Okay. All right. So hand it off, girl. Maria, yeah, some people are having some crazy readings tonight, right? That's the new cards. I'm telling you, the new cards are crazy. The cards, each deck of cards have their own way of talking. And this one, yeah. Rochelle, I'm glad that I could help. I'm glad I could help. Hey, Blake, how are you? Blake, this is Tarot Tuesday, in which you get a free one card reading if you get into chat before 7:45. After 7:45, I'll have to get to you next week. You saw me on YouTube Shorts. Finally, somebody's seeing some stuff. Oh my goodness. Which craziness did you see? Which craziness is he? Because I kind of share a lot of different stuff. All right, Maria. While Blake shares which one he saw, I will read for you, Maria. Maria, you still have like this weird thing on this, like a pain. It's not a pain, but it just uncomfortable right here on the right ear. Kind of like when you swallow, you can feel it. You got the moon in shadow. Let's let the words. Blake, yes, tomorrow is Yule, winter solstice. Actually, tonight is Yule and goes into the next 12 days. But I am going to go live from my fire outside, and I will be writing down people's wishes and burning them in the fire so that way the wind can take their wishes to be manifested. It is a tradition that I do on Yule, and you are more than welcome to join us tomorrow. All right, the moon, Maria. Things are not necessarily what they seem to be. Are you... So what I hear is you are looking at a situation and you're like, you see the situation, you see it as truth. You see the situation and you go, this is factual. But in the back of your head, you are starting to give yourself all these reasons why what you saw wasn't really what you saw. Am I right on that one? Like you're like, no, that's not what that was. Right? The word imagination is bolded. Like you're just imagining things. You're not imagining things, Maria. It is what you think it is. It is what you think it is. You are not imagining it. The first time you see it, it is truth. Okay. Oh, Blake. Yeah, absolutely. This would probably not be your thing. I used to be Catholic as well. So yeah, this is probably not your thing. But you are more than welcome to watch. That's fine. I don't mind at all. I don't mind at all. Yeah, I grew up Catholic and Mormon. I grew up Catholic and Mormon and then decided, you know what? I don't feel like any of those things. And I started reading a lot of different religions because I was like, hey, there's got to be a truth, right? Like there's every religion had like the same little bit of truth to it. I was like, what is this? And I read a lot of different religions. I was like, well, if they're all very true and one with another, then how is one church better than the other? And that's where my journey began. And I ended up pagan. Particularly, I vibe with the title of pantheist. Pantheist is someone that has a lot of reverence for nature and the energy of nature and the universe. So that's kind of where I am. Very two different types of religions. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, hold on. I got to get to Beth's reading. I could go on and on and on about my journey, and I love religion. I think religion's pretty cool as far as the beliefs in it, the ideology. I think that people make religion bad. I think people use it as a crutch, and I think people use it as a way to justify their own ugliness. So I think that's why I kind of went away from it all. But my grandpa used to tell me that he believed it was good because it kept men from doing bad things. That's what he used to say. All right, Beth. Right. I don't like I label I label what I do, right? I label what I do, but it is what it is, right? As long as you're being kind to everybody, I don't care what you believe. You could believe in the great spaghetti monster in the sky and wear a colander in your head. I don't care. Don't care. As long as you're kind to people and you respect them and you allow them to believe whatever they want to believe, right? And not be ugly to them. That's it. As long as you're not hurting anybody, you do you, boo. You do you. All right, Beth. Do you have the puppy at your feet? Do you have the puppers at your feet? Or those fuzzy slippers? I can't tell if it's the puppers or fuzzy slippers. I see it like, and when I say I see it, it's like when you're reading a book and you imagine the characters in the book. That's kind of what I see in my head. It's like when I'm reading your energy, it's like I'm reading a book. And so I kind of see things in my head the way that I would perceive them, right? It's a blanket. Okay. Yep. And it's a blanket. All right, Beth. Blake, I believe I can. So far, if you watch what I'm doing over here, what I do is I connect like I'm connecting with Beth's energy right now, and I can kind of see and feel what she sees and feels. But it is through my perception. So it kind of gets a little altered. It gets kind of, it might not be exactly how you see it, but it is how I see it through your eyes, kind of thing. Yep, I knew. I was like, I feel that pupper. You have the Ace of Swords, Beth. So the Ace of Swords, I know absolutely. Swords is a decision, right? The decision you just made, like today, just made. That decision is a winning decision. That decision is going to yield what you want it to yield. All right. So stop doubting it and believe it's on its way. Okay. Just believe that it's on its way because you did get it. All right. Amanda, I think after my entire Catholic family had something to say about, yes, yes, yes. And that's where I have a problem with, that's where my problem with religion comes into play. Like I said, the outlines of belief, like on paper, beauty, kindness, loving, right? In practice, that's not what happens. In practice, people use it to be ugly to one another. So that's why I left. But if you are a person that can be, that can practice what it looks like on paper, right? You can actually practice that kindness, because almost every religion I have ever come across, it's just about loving each other and being kind to one another, right? Don't go kill people. That's bad, right? Don't go to your neighbor's wife. That's bad, right? It's bad. They didn't give you permission. No, right? But to use it as a justification to be mean to somebody, that's what I'm not okay with. And I think a lot of people use it as justification to be mean, if that makes sense. Because people that know me, like in real life, know me. They can tell you this, what you're seeing right now, is what you see on a day-to-day basis. I am the same person. Outside of the camera, I am this person. I sincerely want you to succeed. And I sincerely want you to have the best that life can offer you. And I want you to smile. And I want to be the reason why you smile. So that's why I'm like, yes, that's it. Don't teeter totter. You got it, Beth. See, Beth and Rochelle have seen me in person. They know this is what you get. This is what you get. I can't help it. Like, I'm just me. I'm going to say, I'm going to read an oracle card for our guiding card next week, but I will say this. My green hair, um, there is a double reason why I keep my green hair. Not only do I like it, and I think it's great for branding, right? Because it's like, oh, look, there's Whimsical. She's got green hair. I think it is a great litmus test for people. When I go up to somebody and they immediately say something about my green hair, then I know the type of people that I hang out with, they wouldn't like. They won't like my type of people, right? They won't like my trans friends. They won't like my non-binary child, right? Like those things. So my green hair helps me kind of go, I don't need to spend energy on you. I'm okay. I can walk away and I can just go, all right, I'm not your cup of tea. And the people that I love aren't going to be your cup of tea. That's fine. You do you, boo. Right. So my green hair kind of lets me know, Amanda, just that. All right. Our guiding card. By the way, Blake, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining and for being polite. I appreciate it. It's not always what happens. And you are more than welcome to join any night. All right, our guiding card, growth for the second week in a row. We got growth. We got growth. We are in a growing phase. Holy cow, dude. Dude. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Growth hurts. Growth doesn't feel good. Man, we are going through some stuff, right? We are going through some stuff. But I think, honestly, I think most of us are over, like, we're at the pinnacle of the hurt. And now we're starting to on the other end. So I think now we're picking up, like, oh, okay, that's what I learned. That's what I need to be grateful for. Like, that's what we're doing. That's the cycle of growth that we're in. Like, it's been super difficult, super hard, but now I can pick up the lessons from that growth, right? And I think that's what this next week is going to be, is like we're just going to continue to pick up those lessons of growth. What happened? Where am I? Okay, how did that change my life and make me better? We can have bad situations happen and we can look at them and go, that sucked and it was awful and it made me do this, this, and this, and I didn't like it. Or we can look at a bad situation and go, that sucked. That was awful. But you know what? Out of that bad situation, this happened. Like, for instance, and then we can go, for instance, there was a tree trimmer in the yard next to us, right? And they were taking down a big oak tree. I'm sitting in my office here and I'm typing away doing my work. My husband's in his office. He's typing away doing his work. And we hear a loud thud. We go out the door and there is a tree that is not our tree laying on our fence, right? And I'm like, losing my mind. I'm angry, right? Like, you just my fence, right? The tree just smashed the fence, right? Guy, super apologetic. He's like, look, I have a fence guy. I'll have him come out here. I'll have him replace it. I'm so sorry. We'll clean it up, right? They did. They cleaned it up immediately. The tree, you couldn't even tell that the tree had been in my yard, right? It was a huge tree. Couldn't even tell 30 minutes later that there was a tree in the yard. And then the very next day, the fence guy came out. I could be very angry and stay angry at this guy, right? But my fence needed to be repaired. The universe was giving me a gift. I can continuously look at that as a bad situation and tell everybody about how these guys didn't know what they were doing and they landed a tree on my fence, right? Or I can reframe that whole situation and go, hey, an accident happened, but it was okay because I needed a new fence anyways, right? That's what we need to start looking at growth like. These bad things happened, but what did they teach me? What they teach me? What can I walk away from and go, all right, that's kind of cool. I'm glad that happened, right? Because the more you walk away with, yeah, that's good, you'll get more good feelings and you can live a happier life. All right, my lovelies? All right. So go monitor your growth, my lovelies, and I will see you tomorrow. All right? We will celebrate the solstice together, and I'm hoping it does not rain. If it does rain, I will do some type of fire in here, a controlled fire in a vessel that I know can handle it. All right. All right. See you all tomorrow. Be happy, be safe, and know that I love you. Bye.